Trejo.
Danny Trejo. There we go. Dude, so like, look, I've actually never had the problem where someone forgot my name, like at least to my face. Like no one said to me the wrong name until very recently. And I gotta tell you, guys, I can't get it out of my head.
Why?
It's weird. It's really weird.
I don't mind when people mess up my name now.
But like this was like someone who I see at a lot of events.
Yeah.
Someone who I see at like playlist and like, man, they're gonna narrow it down. We're gonna stop at where we're at.
Just give me a first and a last name. Right.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, no.
Let's call him Jay Beretta, but Joe B. Let's call him Joe B.
Joe Beretta.
No, like I've seen this person like a bunch of times, and we talk a lot.
You're mad that Jenna Marbles doesn't know.
I'm mad that Jenna Marbles doesn't know. I'm mad that Spandy Andy doesn't know me by name.
You're mad that Olga K basically has an only tertiary knowledge.
I'm mad that Sean Klitzner doesn't remember my last name.
No idea who these people are.
It's all right. Nobody does. But my
They're all
thing is like, so we were talking again. I saw them very recently. We were talking, and then we hugged, and she said into my ear, "Okay, Scott." I was like, "Aw, shit."
Better Scott than like STEM.
Okay, Scott.
But it's crazy because on the Lost podcast and in Lost, there are these characters named Scott and Steve that like were background characters in season 1.
Oh yeah, I know.
Remember Scott and
I do
Steve?
remember that.
So it wasn't until the second viewing, which is happening right now with this other podcast, that Owen and I both realized that there's this running joke with Scott and Steve. Everyone mixes up their names.
Yeah.
And so they're like, Scott. And they're like, no, that's Steve, dude. And like, basically like Scott, or I think Steve dies and Scott is alive. And they're like, no, it was Steve. And so there's this whole thing. So it's weird that like, it's Scott that she got my name.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't
you
think
up
so.
at night a
I'm
lot.
pretty sure this is not a fuck with me situation. This was
I
like,
think she just fucked him.
it's weird. It's weird.
Not that weird. I don't think she's watching old episodes of Lost trying to fuck with you.
No, it's just a coincidence. The Lost thing is a coincidence. I'm just saying. Okay, it was just too much.
It was a lot.
It was too much for me. I can't stop thinking about it.
Was there any hesitation, or did you go?
No hesitation at all. It was
I'm gonna try Scott.
straight to the ear. Okay.
I'm going for Scott. I'm going for Scott.
I don't know this person.
The thing is she was so sure
She's
it's
ready.
Scott.
That's the
Yeah.
best. That's
That
the
she
best
just
part.
went-
When someone calls you the wrong name and they're sure of it. Actually, you know what's my name? They call me Marcus, and I feel like I move on. I
That's
just go like,
racist.
I'm like, whatever. I'm like, Garvey.
Speaking of, are there any Mexicans named Scott? Scott Sanchez?
There certainly are not any Mexicans named Scott. I know for a fact.
It sounds like Scott Sanchez would
No
be
one
like
can hide from my
like an
sight.
Arizona governor.
Scott Sanchez.
Scott Sanchez is definitely an Arizona governor.
Republican.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
All right, I'm gonna kill my stream over here. Sorry, guys. I hope you had fun watching. If you guys want to watch a little preview of our podcasts every week, you can tune in on Dynamic Band. We'll stream the first, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. But I believe Malcolm is still streaming, though. So if you want a special treat, go to Verbal Be Rappin' on Instagram.
Follow that.
See
Give him a follow.
if you guys want to see. He's basically just watch Malcolm stream now, guys. All right, gotta go. Bye.
So I did something that I would like. We've been talking about this for a while.
Okay.
And I had a couple free minutes today, and I want to try something out. What I did, remember when we talked about you need to keep doing it.
You just like
We need to make
I
sure.
don't know if people know there's like a fisheye lens or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that
a
that you guys
Mike's
do.
filming this one.
You're all different
So
shapes.
I just
Yeah.
do this, so it looks like when you take that kind of around.
Yeah.
Just, you know what you're doing? You're changing somebody's life right now.
I am.
Because someone is going to be talking about that in the comment section on this fucking video.
About how much they hate it.
They're gonna be like, why did you put a fisheye lens?
It made me sick to watch him do the thing with his arms.
I use the internet in a public library because I'm homeless.
I don't think homeless people would not like this shit.
He's commenting on it.
I
I
wanna-
jerk off in public because there is no private.
It doesn't exist. It's private. I never learned. Parents didn't teach me that.
No one ever
my
taught me
God.
wrong from private.
Do you guys remember in school? Were you guys little boys once? Do
Much
you guys
better.
remember?
Do you remember school? Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember being a little boy and there was no doors on the bathroom?
Yo, I
stall?
totally remember that. I was like, what is that?
Remember,
I didn't know if that was poverty
Dude.
or practice.
No,
I don't
hated
know.
that.
I grew up in kind of a ghetto town,
I
so
didn't
maybe it
know
was
either.
poverty.
I
No,
tell
we
you
had
this.
high school.
I took one shit. I took one shit.
Tell us
throughout all
about the
of-
shit.
Throughout all of elementary school, I took one. Is this a heroin? It was a cold day. September. The leaves were blowing in the wind. It was a Brooklyn morn. The birds sang their songs. Timberlands hit the pavement. A young boy from Brooklyn attempted to take a deuce. He went inside. He sat down. Fear crept over his body and his mind. What would escape as he finally nestled into his resting place, preparing to do what a man must do?
60 seconds remaining.
A fellow colleague from school entered the bathroom and said, with a most tenacious voice, "You ain't taking no shit!"
No one can hide from my sight.
Young Malcolm was horrified. He screamed to the assailant, "Yeah, I am!"
30 seconds remaining.
The boy moved on. Malcolm after delay patted his bottom using the toilet paper, washed his hands, and went on to learn.
My ultimate is ready.
I think learning was the best way for that story to end.
So you really did, and everyone could tell you were taking a shit?
Not everyone,
Just your
that one
buddy.
dude That really wasn't my friend. He was just a guy from school.
Much better.
I was
I
trying to
was
prepare
not
some
kidding.
sounds for you guys, but it just didn't really work
I
out.
think you did a great job.
Hang on, there's one
There's a
more
piece
little,
of fake poop here, which I think is oddly apropos.
There's one more little
It used to
sound.
be
Hang
real,
on.
but we had it stuffed.
Here's one more sound. Alright,
That was an excellent.
dude, I don't...
Podcast is worth it
Just for that moment, right? I remember those fucking doorless stalls. It's real gross. You too, Mike?
Yeah.
You had those in your high school?
High school.
Bullshit.
No, because we used to travel around for sports, so some of the high schools would not have them.
Oh, that's.
And then
Dude, that's
elementary
just
school.
fucking nuts.
Elementary school is like they don't trust you with doors.
I think
Like
that's
these
what
kids
it
can't
is.
figure out locks.
Well, obviously, I mean,
These kids aren't getting back out of a lock.
Like, are they worried about rape?
Yeah. See, I don't think rape was even in the picture.
No, right?
I don't think it was, but I will say that they were probably nervous about what, if maybe they were stuck in there or they didn't, couldn't put their zipper back up.
Yeah.
or-